Lost in the sauce. In fact, I'm lost in the middle of a sea of beautiful ingredients, sort of like straight from Tuscany, that sort of thing. I'm going to talk about a movie called You, Me, and Tuscany, and sort of inspired this dish I made today, which is Arrabiata, which is a very spicy pasta and very easy to make. So what I've got going on here, I've got a pan that's heating up pretty good. I'm going to put a 1/4 cup of olive oil in here. Okay, get in there a little olive oil, about a 1/4 cup. I'll leave that little spout in there so you just don't dump it all in there at once. Looking like a 1/4 cup to me, right? That oil's going to get warm, then it's going to get hot, then it's going to cook these onions. I've got 1 yellow onion. Ooh, it sounds like we're cooking. Love that sound. What's better than that is some great smells from it too. Okay, we're going to get that going. So this is a very, very simple sauce. Once you make this, you can make all kinds of sauces because you just add different things to it. But this starts with 1 yellow onion. We'll set that aside, and we're going to let that soften up. We want that to soften up. It's going to take maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Then we're going to add a little garlic. So let that sit right there. And now what I'm going to show you is the tomatoes we're going to use. We're going to use these San Marzano tomatoes from Italy, and these are the real deal. They're certified to be from there. And they're about $5 a can. And these ones, these San Marzano, the Cento brand, are really terrific. And I'll tell you, sweet, 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 like you can't believe. You take one little taste when it starts cooking, it just sort of blows your mind. But we don't want the big chunks in there. We want to buy them whole. So what we're going to do is we're going to dump the whole thing in here. See, they're like plum tomatoes. I made this the other day and had Kim come in the kitchen and said, give her a little teaspoon of this cold. It's like sugar. So what do you do with that? You put on a glove, or if you're at home, you wash your hands really good. I'm going to do this one-handed today. And you just go in here and you crush the tomatoes. And they crush up really easy. Just like that all around. And you'll find there'll be a little piece of basil in there. It's always in there. Just leave that in there. And you just go around and you squish these. Now I know Nellie says she doesn't like tomatoes, so I was going to invite her over to do this. But I said no, I'm not. We're looking good here. I looked over at Natalie through the steam, through the haze, and I thought, oh, my onions are burning, but they're not. They're just hot. Like Natalie. Okay, there we go. So we got that going, right? So let's say we're going to cook those onions really a little closer to 8 or 9 minutes. So we're going to pretend as we get close here. Smush these all up, and when they cook, they're going to break down even more. This is a good way to do it, John? Yeah. Whoop, had one get away from me. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the glove. And I made it into the wastebasket. They'll be so happy when they come in here to clean later. Okay, now I'm going to put in the garlic. The garlic's going to go in here. We got 6 cloves of garlic. And what you do is, here's what you do, and we've got 2 teaspoons of hot pepper flakes. So that's what makes it hot. So you put that in there, and how long do you cook the pepper flakes and the garlic? Only until you just start to smell the garlic. So that could be a minute at the most, because you want to keep all this stuff sweet. You cook it too much, it starts to get bitter. So we got the onions softening up real nice. They're starting to get translucent. Translucent means you can almost see through them, I think. Can't spell it, but I can say it. Got that going. Smell the garlic, everybody? A little garlic there? We smell the garlic. We're going to put in the tomatoes. Nice. Stir it around a little bit. Got the pepper flakes in there. Hey, so if you don't like things real spicy, start with a teaspoon and a half of the pepper flakes. And then you can always add more because you can't take them back out. But this batch has 2 teaspoons of pepper flakes in there. It's pretty spicy, but I think that is right up Natalie's alley. Okay, and now the bay leaf. The bay leaf is important too. Gives it great flavor. Make sure you take the bay leaf out at the very end, because if you eat that, it could give you a little upset stomach. And everybody always says that. I've never eaten one, so I can't tell you what happens. But I wouldn't do it. And then we cook up some pasta. So we're gonna cook this here for about 30 minutes. 30 minutes, the pasta, we're gonna make some pasta al dente, and that is going to take about 8 minutes, 9 minutes, and we should be ready to go. I've got some nice cheese here. I've got some nice basil here. I got a beautiful towel. This is the towel that everybody wants today. You, me, and Tuscany. It's a brand new movie coming out. And when we come back from break, we're going to start that break with a little clip from the movie so you can see what we've been talking about. See you on the other side.